everyone, my name is Khan and today I'm back with another review. Today we will be taking a look at Profiteer and Flatpak. After having watched the reviews, you can find them at modernmagicians.com. The links are in the description box below, so feel free to check them out. If you liked the video, as always, let me know by leaving a huge thumbs up on this video, a subscription on the channel, and of course let me know your thoughts about these effects in the comments below. But that being said, let's get started with the review. So guys, let's get started with the review of Flatpak by Knowles. This is an effect, as far as I know, it is produced by Murphy's Magic, and whenever we talk about Murphy's Magic, usually it is the case that the gimmicks are very well made, the instructions are very well made, and this is really the case with this one too. When you open up the box, you get your gimmick, which is basically a blue box that you can fold up, and when you release it, it becomes a full box of playing cards, right? I can't even show it to you right now. So you have a folded playing card box, and when you release it, it becomes a full pack of playing cards. Of course, you can also make cards appear in it. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Before we do so, let's talk about the instructions. The instructions are very clear. You get to learn everything that you have to know about Flatpak, how you can perform it, how you can perform tricks with it. You get different versions of it, like how to produce playing cards in it. And you also get to learn how you can fix your gimmick just in case something breaks with it. So really, pretty much anything that you need to know is covered in the instructions. So really nothing to complain about that. Let's keep that very short and simple. When it comes to the gimmick, you will get a blue playing card box. And let me say right now, as far as I know, the trick has been sold out. However, it will come in a new batch of red playing cards, like red card cases. So stay tuned for that. You will be able to get your hands on those. The actual gimmick is very well made. It is, of course, already constructed, so you can perform it out of the box. The actual material is paper, so it won't last you a lifetime if you do not take care of it. They took care of it by placing it into this very durable packaging so nothing happens to it, so you have to take care of it too. All in all, the gimmick really works very well. You can really perform it within minutes of practice. In my opinion, just a very, very visual opener to produce a deck of playing cards in the most visual way possible. You can just put the folded box into your wallet, take it off, produce it, and of course from there you can produce a deck of playing cards. When it comes to the deck production, of course, the cards aren't like pressed together or something like that. You do have to do some sneaky moves with that, which should be pretty obvious to most of you. Only thing that I should mention to some of you, if you, for example, live in Europe, you will have bicycle cards like these ones over here that have this gold frame around them. The only thing I want to mention with this is the fact that when you produce a playing card, or playing cards actually, you want to produce cards that match your card box. I don't want to go into detail. You might have understood what I mean. So produce really cards that match to your box. A little tip, keep that in mind. It is of course an effect that is a little angle sensitive, but it is not like angle sensitivity that you can't control. So from most angles it will work. Don't worry about that. It works pretty fine. The reset is of course also very simple to do. It is just a matter of folding the box up, and it can also be a part of the trick where you make the cards disappear, fold them up, put it into your wallet, and you're basically done with your performance. So really good. So all in all, I really have not much to complain about Flatpak. It is a very well built effect that you can use within minutes of practice, very visual. I'm pretty sure you will like this and give it a go. So guys, let's jump into the review of Profiteer by Adrian Vega. In general, it is an effect, it is actually a switch where you have a folded playing card or folded money, whatever it is, sitting on a banknote and a bill, and in the matter of lifting it up, the switch happens. Now, the actual effect happens with the folded object being on top of a bill, right? However, this personally does not fit my style of doing it. So I performed it with an envelope. To me, the mystery type of history behind the thing you take out of your pocket, being an envelope, fits to my style, but you can adapt it, of course, to bills, banknotes, whatever it is you want to do it with. Before we go back into detail of that, let me talk briefly about the instructions. In the instructions, you will have Adrian himself teaching you how to do the effect. Again, it is produced by Murphy's Magic, so it is pretty good instruction. You will learn everything that you need to know to be able to perform Profiteer within a little time of practice. In the instructions, you will learn how to construct the gimmicks, and yes, you will have to construct your gimmicks yourself. You do not get pre-made gimmicks with it. So instructions are well, nothing to complain about it. As I've said, you have to construct your gimmicks yourself, meaning we can't really talk about a gimmick like how well built it is, as you have to do it on your own. You can really use any currency you want to build your effect with. And as you are basically being taught the whole system behind the secret, you can of course adapt it to different things like I did with my envelope. The fact that the gimmicks are not pre-made is for me like the first negative thing, at least a negative thing about the prize. For its prize, it either has to come with like a pre-made gimmick, or the price has to go a little down as you are like building it on your own. So a little negative thing from my point of view regarding the price. The construction of the gimmick is going to take you some time. Like I can make one gimmick maybe in around 7 minutes. You might need a little more, maybe you're quicker. So it might take you up to 15 minutes to construct your gimmick. The switch really does work pretty good, so the system behind it is well thought out, so you won't have any difficulties regarding how well the switch works. However, I will say, after the switch happened, of course the whole focus will be on the playing card that you lifted up a second ago, right? So try to think like normal spectators. All the heat will be on your hands. However, you do not want the spectators, the audience, to burn what's left on the table, because if they do, there is a chance they will spot a little thing that might be a hint to the secret, right? So after the switch happens, you are basically left with a little bit of evidence that you have to get rid of, unless you got very good audience management. However, it is something very simple to get rid of. If you, for example, perform with banknotes, you could like lift up the banknotes, show them around, and just put an ungimmicked banknote on top of it. That way you would cover everything up. Or there is, for example, this performance with the glass where you cover everything with a glass additionally, so it is more secure that nothing can be switched out. So after the switch happens, you can lift up the glass, take the object, and put the glass bag on top of it, and the glass will cover the secret up a little bit. So there are plenty of ways that you can perform this without risking any flashes with it. As with flat pack, this is of course another effect that is angle sensitive. But again, as flat pack, it is something that you can control really very well. It is going to work from most of the angles you will have your audience anyways, right? So again, don't worry about angles. So all in all, Profiteer is a cool effect, a cool method behind it. The downside for me is the price, because you do not get pre-made gimmicks with it. You have to do everything yourself. So a little high price for what you get really with it. And by the way, this is of course just my personal opinion. And also when you do the switch, you might end up a little messy with your things on the table. However, keep in mind, these are very controllable. You can avoid these by following the tips given. So all in all, a good trick. The question that you have to ask for yourself is whether the money you spend for it is spent well or not. So I'll leave you with that question. So guys, this was basically today's review. 2 amazing products were reviewed. If you like them, let me know in the comments below, and of course by leaving a thumbs up on this video. Check them out in the description box below. That was the video. I hope to see you next time.